Good morning, students. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to study chapter in geography. Chapter 2, that is interior of the earth. So today we will be studying about the interior structure of the earth, how it is. Our planet earth is very complex from the interior. The interior can be understood only by indirect evidences like mining, gravitation, and seismic activity, that are earthquakes and volcanic activity, because no one has known can reach the interior of the earth. So in the students screen you can see the diagram that is showing the interior of the earth. Okay, we live on the outer solid surface of the earth called lithosphere. Clear, students? Where we live? We live on the outer solid surface of the earth called lithosphere, that is the land. Like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers, one after another, from the surface till the core. So, have you all seen the onion? So, our earth also is like onion. As onion is made up of many layers, same way, our earth is also made up of many layers, one after another, till the core. Core is the outermost layer. The three layers are crust, mantle, and the core. Clear, students? The crust is the innermost layer and the core is the outermost layer. So now we will be studying about each layer in detail. First we will be studying about the crust. The crust, solid layer of the earth's surface, is known as crust. The outermost solid layer of the earth is known as crust. Clear? The outermost solid layer of the earth is known as crust. It is the thinnest and the least dense of all the layers and brittle in nature. As we move towards the core, the density goes on increasing. The thickness of the crust varies under the oceanic and continental areas. The oceanic crust is thinner as compared to the continental crust. It is about 35 km on the continental masses and only 5 km on the ocean floors. In areas of major mountain systems, the continental crust is found to be even thicker, and it is about 70 km thick in the Himalayan region. The crust is made up of two layers, that is shale and sima. Shale is the uppermost layer and sima is the lower layer. The mineral contents of the continental mass are silica and aluminum. So which minerals are found here? They are silica and aluminum. It is so called as shale, Si for the silica, and sima, the oceanic crust mainly made up of silica and magnesium, and it is therefore called as sima. So these were, students, about the crust. Clear? The crust is the outermost solid layer of the earth's surface. Now we move towards the next layer, that is mantle, the layer beneath the crust. So the mantle layer is below the crust layer. It extends to a depth of 2900 km. It has higher density than the crust. The mantle is further divided into upper mantle and the lower mantle. So this layer is beneath the mantle, beneath the crust, and it extends to depth of 2900 km. And it is again divided into upper mantle and the lower mantle. The upper mantle contains weaker zone extending up to 400 km, which the molten rock materials find their way to the surface during volcanic activity. The crust and the uppermost part of the mantle are called lithosphere. Its thickness ranges from 10 to 200 km. The lower mantle extends beyond the upper mantle and it is the solid state. So students, this was about the mantle. Mantle is the second layer of the earth after the crust. Now we move towards the last layer and the innermost layer, that is core. The innermost layer is the core. This layer is thickest of all the layers and it is subdivided into outer core and the inner core. So the core is again subdivided into outer core and the inner core. Outer core is in liquid state whereas the inner core is in the solid state. Yeah? Outer core is in the liquid state and inner core is in the solid states and its mass is very dense. It has very high temperature and pressure. The average thickness of core is about 3500 kilometers. This core is made up of very heavy materials such as nickel and iron. It is sometimes referred to as the nickel plus ferrum. Okay, so this was about the interior of the earth. We have gone through the three important layers. The outermost layer is the crust. The layer beneath the crust is mantle, and the innermost layer is the core. Clear, students? Now we are going through the composition of the crust, how it is made. So the earth's crust is made up of rocks. These rocks are rich in minerals, and you all know what is rock. Rock is an aggregate of minerals. A rock may contain one or more than one mineral, which is part of the crust. Minerals are of two types, metallic and non-metallic minerals. Here students, minerals are of two types, metallic and non-metallic minerals. Iron, copper, gold, etc. are the metallic minerals. Gypsum, mica are non-metallic minerals. Now you all know a rock is aggregate of minerals and it contains more than one mineral. So we'll study about its features. Features of rocks. Aggregate of two or more minerals, contains organic remains, do not have specific chemical composition. Now, in science also you might be studying about the rocks and different types of rocks. So, what are the different types of rocks, students? Can anyone tell me the different names of different types of rocks? I'll give you the different types of rocks name. They are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So, about the rocks and the types of rocks, students will be studying in the next class.